Hi, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name. Today, we're talking about the fourth part of the 20th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which is the 17th chapter of the book of Zion. This is the fourth part of the general reading, and I'm just going to take up where I left off. These 11 seats of government, along with Zion and the Messiah, constitute the government of Zion's beginning. It is a template that, like democracy, is theoretical, an idea of a viable government that is designed to provide for the basic needs of the population without the use of money. We will fine tune it as we recreate it. I feel that these guild seats should provide a system of government that ensures the well being of all its citizens. This government doesn't use money. All assets belong to the people. The guilds work together to ensure that all members of society are provided for through the use of said assets. All basic needs are met. Money has nothing to do with the function of the government of Zion. Now, outside of the guilds, trade goes on as barter. The population will work their guild jobs, but this only covers basic needs. Every person is then free to produce goods and services that they can trade and barter on the open market. Anyone can make, trade, or barter as they please, providing a place for art, invention, specialized skills, and an open market to be enjoyed by all. Now, as to the police force, this police type guild, I know you're all wondering about it. It is a direct office of the Council of Elders. It answers to that seat of government. Okay, it is not a police force, as in the cops, the pigs, the guys with guns. This is a police force, as in please and thank you, ma'am. Its job is to arbitrate disputes. I give thanks to the policemen of Woodstock for this cool alternative to the use of force. And here's how it works. Each unit will be comprised of three individuals. One is a gray empath. One is a strong man to protect against violence. This person is trained in all forms of combat. And then there is the arbitrator. The arbitrator is the leader of the unit, a telepath. Their job is to see to it that all issues are resolved. This unit, once called upon, have complete control over the situation. Only the Council of Elders can supersede their authority once invoked. The empath ensures that honesty and complete exposure of facts is ensured. They also suppress emotions enough to allow rational thought to prevail. They also judge if there is a need for trauma conflict if events are ugly. The strong arm is there only if the need is there. They will be the aid of the arbitrator until needed for protection. The strong arm, his function is to aid most of the time, but he helps the arbitrator to carry out their duties by safely allowing the release of violent emotions. These three, the arbitrator, their job is to gather the facts and decide the best course of action to resolve the issues. Once they make their determination, that is law. All parties must work out the um, the decision or the means to the decisions end. Nobody leaves until all issues are resolved. These three can do whatever they deem appropriate to the situation, but they have strict guidelines they must follow to ensure no abuse of power. They are all to be trained in their respective roles, working in tangent to deal with all issues they are called upon to resolve. This will ensure that they are used only as a last resort. Anytime there is a public event of violence, the police force will respond. They will be the equivalent to the police, but not to use force to resolve issues. No guns, only non lethal weapons. Because after all, the strong man is there in case there's a fight. But mostly, this team will use their brains and their psychic abilities to resolve all issues. It is my hope that by addressing the moral issues and the greed that has created our stress-inducing society, that we can learn to get along peacefully. If we have a form of arbitration in place, the violent policeman mentality that we experience today, we can have a means to actually keep and maintain the peace. Now, I know that the implementation of a new form of government is a monumental task, but we truly don't have a choice. Our democracy has failed. It has turned into a rich man's popularity contest, a beauty pageant, if you will, a greed fest of lies and promises that are never kept. It is sheer chaos, and it has destroyed its creators. Believe me, people, very few government officials in this society are actually qualified to rule anything. Our government is not working. What nation is truly happy? Where are the needs of the people put above personal politics? Even the Queen's country is in turmoil. All of the governments run by money are failing. Money was power. It was the basis for all activity and the true motivation that ran this world. Wealth ran the governments, and money does not care. Our governments have become as heartless as the money that empowered them. It is my hope that this new form of government will be able to do its job and function without corruption or incompetency. By creating a society that is set up to provide for all of its people in a way that allows the maximum amount of freedom, we can use government as a means to provide for the public good. I envision a society where everyone from birth is assured all their basic needs: food, shelter, clothing, job security, education, healthcare, and the means to thrive, which means the opportunity and the means to create. Because society should provide for its members everything they need to be the best, happiest people that they can be. By giving everyone able-bodied a job in the guildworks, we should be able to keep the hours necessary to a minimum. If we animate manual labor, we can reduce the necessary man-hours even further, thus providing people with the time to enjoy life and to be creative. Everyone will have the time and the means to pursue their personal talents, and interests. The Supply Guild will be set up to provide the raw materials, assets for the guilds for basic needs by the citizens and for businesses, private businesses, to be used for personal endeavors. There will be an open market for private enterprise. Anyone can go into business for themselves using the assets of the nation, which are obtained through the Supply Guild. You see, money isn't needed. It has only one true function: to limit the supply chain. Money is a control mechanism used by those who have it to keep everyone else under control. No money, they say. Too bad. So sad. You can go die now. Or, you can do everything for me. And I'll let you live. Only rich people need money. The rest of us need the things that money can buy here. We need food, which doesn't use money to grow. We need shelter, which requires materials that don't need money to exist. We need clothes, which are made by things, which are made of things that aren't made of money. Money is not what we need. It doesn't make what we need. Money just keeps us from having what we need. It's the big stop. And we are learning, we are about to learn that lesson the hard way. Oh, did I not know what I was talking about back then? I wrote this in October, remember? Because our dire situation is going to require more than money can give. Money is going to greatly impede efforts to minimize the effects of global warming and now coronavirus. And I had to add that in because there was no coronavirus in October when I wrote this. We already have the verdict in. Money both created climate change and ensured its most dire consequences. Money has already destroyed this society. You just don't know it yet. So, I'm going to stop here for today because I don't want it to go too long. So, next time, we will take up where we left off on the general reading, and I do believe that we will start the dissertation then, too. So, until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May you always be worthy of it. May all your words, thoughts, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light. May you always be happy and high. Know that I love you. Later. Because I will never say goodbye.